evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Sarcastic Barman. We are the Shills, and welcome to the show that exposes all of DKG's bits. But in a good way. All good. I hope everyone's prepared for a show that's going to make you laugh, make you cry, and make you wish that the internet had never been invented. Especially when I can find bits on the internet that go along the lines of this. Our immune system makes a virus, an exosome, a packet containing toxins to be excreted. So yes, no meds for virus, but meds that suppress immunity will prevent viral activity. That's gotta be.
What?
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure that's going to amuse everyone in the chat.
Can you speed that up to 1.5 and read it backwards, please? Because I think it might make more sense.
Activity viral prevents, will immunity suppress that meds, but virus for meds, so no, yes, so. Actually, that did make more sense. That's fucking weird.
That's Dr. Seuss now.
Told you.
It's great. Right, let's go around, see who's here and see who's in need of a beer. We'll start with NoJustBe because it's the first time I've been on the show with you.
I would say that is absolutely a fact. I've got to talk to pretty much everybody else here, and Mipet once, and DKG, and oh god, I've talked to Dick like 20 times. But no, I haven't been able to talk to you before. So I have seen you on the shows a lot, and I think you're great and hilarious, and looking forward to bullshitting with you.
Yay! It's gonna be fun. You just know it. Are we drinking this evening, Bino?
I think this Corona to my left needs some attention. So, yeah, I think I'm going to pop one open tonight.
Love it. Who's next on my list? Next on my list is actually the person that, unfortunately, NoJustBe has had to talk to at least 20 times. It's Dick Dawson.
Fuck you. even though you flip the taps and whatnot, I'll still tell you off now and then, Barman. No, everybody, how's it going? We're up where I live. We are in the middle of a massive heat wave. We're going up to 45, 46 C tomorrow. And so today was because I've been a lazy motherfucker lately. So I've only put the AC in the window for the living room and stuff. Hopefully RTX voice is taking it out of my microphone right now and it's not all driving you crazy. And so I just today was the big job of putting the AC in my son's window and whatnot in the other bedroom and getting the rest of it done to be prepared, get the store run done, make sure I got all my supplies. And yeah, fellow babies, I'm talking about beer and I am ready to hibernate and hide from the heat. Can't wait.
Yay! And
hibernate,
drink more beer.
Hydrate and hide.
No, I think knowing Dick, it's going to be hydrate, hide, and masturbate because they almost sound the same.
Maybe you can change hide to high. That would be more accurate as well.
I did just upgrade the speed of my internet account to make sure all those nasty feeds, all my uploads that I serve for the Shills go through nice. So yeah.
Oh dear. Let's move on quickly. Unfortunately, moving to DKG and its weird bits.
Hey, I had a great joke yesterday. What's the most sensitive organ on your body when you're masturbating?
Your ears, so you can hear when your wife walking home. That's the actual answer.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
See, that's the good thing about being a lesbian. I just say, hey, you want to help me with this? And then, yeah, you guys have to work at it.
Yeah, where do you want me to move it? Anyway, cool. Yeah. Now I've been on a deep dive with the UFO community in the past week or so. Oh my god, it's incredible. It's an amazing mix of genius and fucking insanity. And sometimes from the same mouth. it's incredible. And oh boy, don't they don't like being shown to logic and reason. Don't tell them that these UFOs aren't flying saucers and because they don't like that one bit, even when the facts are right in front of them. Mm-hmm. And talking of which, I'm going to post it in the old Hello Chatto here.
Ooh.
There we are. there's the preliminary report from the Pentagon on the UAP situation. And basically the report says, lots of people see things and they appear to do this and they appear to do that and they appear to do this. We have data and we can't really tell what the data says. Quite often, a lot of it's wrong. We do have one identified UAP, which turned out to be a deflating balloon. That's confirmed. And other stuff. It just obviously shows that our pilots and our detection gear can't always tell the difference between wildlife, balloons, airplanes, drones. Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. We don't know what it is because we just don't know what it is. I had this argument with this guy, and he was going on about how the Pentagon are saying it's unidentified, and NASA are looking at a study. And I said it's quite simple. You've got Brian on one side says it's a bird. You've got Julie on the other side who says it's a balloon. Is it a balloon? Is it a bird? Is it a balloon? Is it a bird? Government official, what does he have to say? We don't know what it is. It's unidentified. That's it. That's what it comes down to. And but just use that word unidentified really does like throw them into a tizzy whiz. And
the thing is,
they go fast and everything. But if you look at it logically, it's doing this.
The problem is, though, this is a government-done report, so we all know that the underground lizard polymorphy weirdy people have told them, don't put down that Cousin Phil came and seen us last week because he'll get in trouble with the intergalactic police for bringing us all those drugs. And on that note, though, we better keep moving around the table. Mike Bertelson, what have you been up to tonight?
All right, I get the hint. I'll shut up.
You don't have to shut up. You can talk more, but I want to finish getting around the table at least first.
Oh, get the table.
Well, I'm doing good, and you were right. You said you had read the stupidest thing you've ever seen on the internet, and that was definitely stupid. Oh my God, that was actually kind of painful. Doing good. Just still working on our backyard and still working from home, and I probably read the second stupidest thing on the internet today. We'll get to that a little bit later, though. So life is good, and I have Captain Morgan and Coke, just so everybody knows.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cobra. I went out for an Indian with the parents and had a nice Cobra couple of beers, so that is good. Oh, who else we got here? We've got the lovely dragon herself. It's Mipet.
Hey guys,
Hi, Mip.
how's everyone doing? I'm freezing down here. My little thing's just gone over 10 degrees. I don't like it. Have it back. Give me my son.
Little
Yeah, my little thing just went over. Yeah, but my little thing just went over 10 degrees. It sounds like a 13-year-old measuring morning wood. You know what I mean?
It's the angle. It's just the angle.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the angle.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. No, I'm keeping you boys in check tonight.
Why?
Well, I like to say that it's not going to happen, but I like to put on the appearance of sort of annoying.
Are you
trying to keep you guys in order, but go for it.
Yeah. Are you getting the whip out?
Oh, it's in hand. It's at hand. So
don't tell him you're getting the whip out. He'll misbehave just so you can beat him. He enjoys it.
Mipet only pulls out the whip on a good day.
I've just seen in chat Charlie Welsh is saying the tornado sirens are going off there, so that's a fun for him. It's like,
Oh, wow.
hopefully you're all right, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully.
Oh, look after yourself.
Hey,
Be
if you
careful.
if you happen to land anywhere where there's a microphone, I'll give you the show link. Let me know. I'm just kidding.
He's gonna land. There's gonna be this woman under his house. There's gonna be these little people going round. It's gonna be weird.
That's what I was figuring. Maybe he would throw back the curtain for us and show,
So, Dick, what's planned tonight?
Well, I do want to say that Aimee Hogan, it was sad she couldn't be here, but commitments with her and Super Chat Matt meant that they just had to be doing their own thing. So she passes along her best, hi everybody, and all that stuff. And let's see, group stories from our lives and from the news and whatnot for the week, right? So I have one to load off with, or to do myself, but I was just going to fill my can of beer and stuff. So why don't I let somebody else go first, and I'll take up number 2.
Oh, you want to have a number 2? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Stop that. Stop that.
I'll go the other way round from where we started. Mipet, do you have any stories to tell us?
It's cold. That's it.
I'm not level.
Fair enough.
I know we've had things going on over here, but people dying and stuff. But I actually did check our death rate for COVID, and we're still, as a nation, under 1,000 deaths. So. And we're rolling out the vaccine. I got tested negative, so I can go ahead and get my vax. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to being nice and safe and
nice.
Vaccinated against this thing.
Good,
awesome.
So, we had 16,000 cases today.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah. Only 21 deaths at least, but 16,000 cases.
My area of BC alone, just the province, is probably, Britain, like England, right? In size. And with everything the way it's winding down around here with vaccinations and so on and so forth, my entire region, now granted, the population is small because of the location, the geography, right? But that entire region, I think, had like 90 cases.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
one of the reasons I don't leave, because we're really isolated, right?
Definitely can't.
But yeah. So I got I mentioned that I got my internet speeds up. Well, I actually did. So I have fiber to the home. Right. So I have 800 capital M, capital B's down, like, the fast 800. Right. But the bastards won't give me any better than 20 up. And, right now I'm doing 1080p, 60 frames a second. But I mean, this render from Blender, that is the set and everything, could easily be in 4K. But I don't have the headroom because I'm also projecting myself into Google Meets, back down to me, out to you. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on. So,
right.
So I thought to myself, I just can't stand it anymore. So I went to my ISP's page to see what the plans are above me because excuse me, I'm already spending $110 Canadian to get this damn connection. And that's not home phone or television included, just the damn connection. Right.
Wow.
So I went to their site to say, okay, look, which plan do I have? So I looked and it said, oh, this one's up to 800 down. So I click it. That must be me. And it says up to 100 up. And it says, our speeds have been recently adjusted. And I was like, wow, 100 up now. I didn't even know. So I do a speed test because that was my plan. I do a speed test. Nope, 20. So here it starts. I call up my ISP because I know a lot about tech support, especially the background of things like this. And I know that either my router is capped at 20 still or it's in my local node, but I know it's one of the two. So I call up and I get to tech support and I say, look, okay, don't ask me your script questions. Okay. I'm going to spell this out for you quick. I was on the plan when the upload was slower. Now it's faster. I'm still capped at the slower. I need you to check the node or the router for the cap and bring it to 100 for me, like my plan. And this guy understood right away what I was going at. He failed at it twice and then his lunch break hit and I got passed on to a second person.
Oh no.
The second person comes in and we're doing a text chat, right? Because why bother calling? And so the second person says, okay, let me just go back and read the chat so I know where we are and we can continue. I say, thank you. So I give it a few minutes. She comes back and she goes, Oh, well, okay. I'm caught up now. And I just wanted to know if you're on maybe like your wireless device or, the computer. If you're using a computer, is it plugged in? I'm like, you didn't read the chat because I told the last guy I was on a Ryzen 7 with gigabit Ethernet, Cat 6 cable, no less, so that the tech support person knew that I knew what I was talking about. I qualified this information very well, right? So I was like, no, I don't even want to talk to you. Let's flip the button and get me a different agent. No, hold on, because we got to book you an appointment, because if you're having speed issues, it's going to be at your home. I'm like, look, the infrastructure of my home can give me 800 down. That means I could easily have 800 up if you would just unlock it from the damn router or the node. It's on your side. If I could only get 20 down, then yes, I would say check my wiring and stuff. But I know better than this already, right? So she fights and fights and fights and fights and fights and finally gives me a different agent. So the new agent comes and goes, let me just read over the chat. And I said, dude, don't even bother, man. Just let me spell this out for you, right? Because you don't want to read what's been going on. I'm at hour 3 right now, too, people, by the way.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So this guy reads my summary and goes, oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. No problem. Within 3 minutes, he has emailed me a screenshot that my router is capped at 21 on his end. Right. So he goes, okay, we're going to have to factory restore your router with a new firmware update and whatnot to do this. And I said, hold on, let me just back up all my settings, because I've got some hard addressed IP addresses and port forwarding and all kinds of stuff going on. Like, I get complicated, So he says, yeah, I understand. No problem. So I do a full backup. Right. And then he hits the switch. Everything comes back, and I know that I got to put my thing into the router still, but at least I'm hardwired in on this computer. So I do a speed test. Boom, I got my 109 up or whatever. I'm like, thank you.
Nice.
Thank you, for the love of God. 3+ hours, but at least 1 out of 4 or whatever agents it took wasn't a moron. This is excellent. So I go to log into my router and upload my backup. Well, it doesn't work that way anymore. Now I get this shit. Oh my God, it sucks shit web portal, and I can't do half of what I want to do to it, right? So I get back on their tech support. Yes, it happens again, right? So
hour 4.
Yeah. So I get back on the tech support and I say, look, I want somebody dead, and I hope it's not you, because we have to actually converse, but this is bad, right? So I spell out the situation, and dude goes, well, that's how it is now. You either get that new web portal or there's an app that has a few extra functions, but that's really all it is. And I said, dude, I'm 50. I'm not putting on fucking reading glasses to sit down and struggle setting up a complex fucking set IP and port forwarding thing on my phone. It's not happening. I said, unlock my goddamn router now. Well, we're not allowed to. Get your boss, right? Boss comes in. I'm like, blah, blah, this and that. And I'm like, look, I've been on for you guys for over 4 hours. I'm already going to rant on several YouTube channels about this, and I'm going to blow up my Twitter and stuff because you're wasting my day. But for the love of God, please, would you just unlock my router so I can have my setup back? I got to, and after another hour or so on that chat, they finally unlocked it so I could get at the fucking firmware the way I know how.
Yeah, but we can't do that. We can't do that.
Mike, I helped on I helped as a developer on several builds of DDWRT, a custom firmware for other routers. You know how pissed off I was that I couldn't access my own. Like, God.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, but in the end. In the end, I got it. And what I'm going to do in the next couple of days is I'm going to hit the store. I'm going to get myself a nice router. I'm going to put theirs in bridge mode, use mine as the brain and theirs as the modem, not a router anymore. And they can never do this to me again. Right?
Yeah. So, it's kind of interesting, though, that you can get those kind of upload speeds, because here in the US everything is really geared towards streaming. So like I have 1.2 gig.
It only, well, Mike, to qualify that, it only came to Canada in the last couple of months, and it's only one ISP that's got on it so far. They have finally figured it out, right?
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever had better than 20 up. And most of the times it's like 10 if we're lucky.
Yeah.
But I could get 1.2, I can get 1200 down. But
but
I can't get it. I can't get something like that up. I couldn't even imagine trying to do, because right now I think I get about 7 to 10 on a good day, depending upon what everyone else in the system is doing. And I couldn't even imagine trying to stream like you are with 7 megabytes up, It's kind of ridiculous.
No. I mean, I have our bit rate set to higher than 7 right now. It wouldn't even work. Right.
Yeah, no.
I would but now I've got 100. What I want to do is I want to re-render the sets and whatnot and bring the whole thing into 4K, right?
Well, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't just blow the sets up into 4K because, well, that's bullshit. Your television or whatever might have a better, algorithm or whatever, so to speak, for enlargement than what it would happen, right? But if we can actually have a 4K render and stream that out, then it becomes worth it. And, well, we already have 4K of PubChat in the Shills. Like, we already have them waiting. It's just why use them, right?
Yeah. I remember when I used to work in IT when I was going to college, and we had gotten a whole bunch of new machines, and I worked for a hospital, and they had given us their custom version of Microsoft Office, and there was a problem with the wizards that Word and Excel were using, and it was causing everything to crash. So
in those days, the wizards were like, oh wow, that must have been bad.
It was, and it took me about 10 minutes to figure out that it was the wizards. But of course, when I called tech support, I tried to tell them it's the wizards. And they said, well, they got to follow their fucking flow chart. So they follow the script and go through the flow chart. And I'm like, I already did that. I did that. I tried to lay it out beforehand like you did. This is what I've done. So it's the wizard. It's the wizards. So I said, well, I have to go through all this stuff. And finally it was done. And the guy goes, he's like, I don't know what else to look at. I said, why don't you just find somebody, talk to them, and figure out it's the wizards? And then he goes, well, I got to go get the big book. I was like, what the fuck is the big book? It's like it should be like some echo, the big book. And he went through that. He went through it. He went through the quote big book unquote, and finally he got a supervisor. And the supervisor goes, "Oh yeah, we're having a problem with the wizards." Okay, so you knew that right off the bat. Why don't your techs know that?
Wait a minute, let me get this straight. So you called a tech support place, right?
Yep.
And they had to go get a book to figure it out.
No, it wasn't in the big book.
Of course not, because it's new. Yeah.
The point is that the big book, like he literally went to go. You said he said I have to go get the big book.
Yeah.
So they don't have it online on their computers.
Well, this was
a tech support place.
Yeah, this was to be fair, this was 1995. So this kind of tech support was fairly new.
Bad.
No, that's okay. But you're right. You're right. Even by then, most of this stuff was, in SQL or it was in some sort of database. But, he had gone through all of his troubleshooting flowcharts and trees and then had to go get, I guess the big book was something that they put weird ass problems in. But his supervisor knew right away when he went and talked to his supervisor. It's the first thing he said. Oh, yeah, it's the wizards. So it's like, and I was like, okay, so what are we going to do about this? You guys just dropped 250 machines on us, all using Microsoft Office. The wizards are failing, and you really can't do shit without them. So we have a patch for that. So here I am on the phone for an hour and a half with this guy, only to find out that it took literally 5 minutes to figure out that I needed to download a patch for the Microsoft Office wizards. Oh, dear God.
Are you sure you're not living in Lord of the Rings or something? There was big book, wizards, trees.
Yeah.
Well,
No, but I remember those
You had
days.
to ring. You
Yeah.
had to ring your supervisor.
Well, this
When
is also
Mike
back
said
in
the Wizards,
Yeah.
when Mike said the Wizards, I thought to myself, "Oh God, I remember those days." Because
Yeah.
during that time, I was one of those people that everybody turned to for assistance with technology stuff, and I remember cursing them out big time.
Yeah, they were supposed to be this helpful thing so that you can build and collaborate, and the wizards would do everything for you. They were shit. And of course, this was also back in the day when I was installing Microsoft Office off of 23 floppy disks because they were still on.
Yeah.
You know what it's like to swap out 3.5-inch disks, 23 of them to do an install on Microsoft Office? Holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember doing a Windows 95 install with floppy disks, and it was just whoa.
The first install in 95 I did because I was on part of the beta test for that. And that was all on floppy.
Same with my first experience putting NT4 on a machine was floppy disk as well, actually. Yep.
Yeah. NT4, I thought by then there were CDs.
Oh, there was, but the system that we were putting it on was floppy, and that's because I was the new guy, and they were like, "Fuck him, give him the floppies."
Give him the floppies, yeah, because it was on both media. I still have NT on disc too. I don't know. I don't know why.
I have a big old folder full of CDs with operating systems that people would be like, "What? You have Chicago, the beta?" I don't know.
Yeah.
I just, I'm a nerd, man. I collect OSs. I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to say to that?
Yeah, I have the same thing, and I got all versions of Microsoft DOS from
me too.
2.0 to 6.
I have an in the box copy from a 5150. Yeah, pretty cool.
So I came
Pretty
across
cool.
something interesting today.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna call liar liar pants on fire. So on Facebook, in the official Flat Earth Globe discussion, this guy posts, "I'm a flat earther with a physics degree. Ask me anything." Yes, he claims to have a physics degree. He posted a copy of his diploma.
Cut it up.
Yeah. Oh, there we go then. And it says 2019. I went and looked at December 2019, University of Wisconsin, Madison, and I can't find him. And there's on the bottom of that picture too. There's what is it? There's 2 degrees here. He supposedly got a bachelor's of science from University of Wisconsin Eau Claire. I'm not sure. That's from May of 2019, and a second degree in physics. Degree of engineering, Bachelor of Science in Engineering. So it's like he's saying that he's got the degree, and he wants people to ask him questions. I asked one, and I have not gotten an answer. So we'll see how well that goes.
I have a question for him.
Yeah.
Is anybody who had anything to do with teaching you anything in life proud of you for displaying this and calling yourself a flat earther at the same time in public?
Yeah. I bet they don't give a crap. I know for a fact that somebody out there in YouTube land, I won't say who, sent a couple of emails to Full Sail University about a person with a master's in science claiming that he was a physicist and the earth is flat on their master of science degree. They didn't give a crap. So I doubt University of Wisconsin gives a crap either. Nobody cares about shit like that.
No, but at this point, it's just comical, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can educate somebody and they can still fall into the conspiracy rabbit hole, right?
Yeah. Well, he's answered some questions, but they're like kind of crap answers. Like someone asks, how does the sun go twice as far in the southern hemisphere in the summer as it does in the winter? And you know, when it gets to the southern tropic line, that radius is obvious. That diameter is obviously larger than the northern. So,
yeah.
Yet the sun still rises every 900 and something miles along that line, the same distance as it does in the, you know. So he just gave some strong light source close to a crystalline material, gets reflected, but he hasn't answered any of the, like one guy asked him,
oh wow,
yeah, he's talking about the dome. Some guy asked him, how many types of entropy can you name? Fucking crickets. I said, how can we this is my question, how can we pick the time to take an object of any cross section, mass and material to fall from a height of 4,000 meters? You know, And of course, he's got to take into account for that. He's got to take into account the downward component of acceleration, which of course is gravity, which he doesn't file when you need him. You also have to take into account the buoyant effects, or you know, it's basically terminal velocity and drag. But drag and the equation for the terminal velocity has drag in it also. And it has to take into the cross section of the object falling. So it's not a straightforward, it's, you know, mg.
Oh,
so
no, you can't just apply gravity and then just go, okay, you know, vacuum, like you're right.
Yeah, that's why I made sure I put the cross section and the mass and the material in there, see how it goes. So he has answered some questions, but he has not answered anything specifically physics related. You know, it's, you know, a guy asked about entropy. He ignored that. Some people asked, well, the reason he posted his degrees, someone asked him, you know, what is your title of your actual degrees? Universities don't just write out physics degree on their diploma. So if it's legit, you know, transcripts to verify. And by the way, just so everybody knows that picture of his degree, we're not doxing anybody, he posted that himself on Facebook in a public forum. Otherwise we wouldn't put it up. Dick would do magic to block stuff out if we would.
And that was his attempt at blocking things. So you know, we debated it pre-show and we thought, hey, if he's cool with it, who are we to argue, right? You know, that's fine. Exactly. You know,
and it's a public forum too. It's not like it's a private forum that you have to be a member of. So anybody can see, and not anybody can post to the group. You have to be a member of the group to post. But so he has not answered anything that is difficult to answer. You know, it's all the usual hand waving nonsense too. Like what causes an aurora? Upper atmosphere, what does he say? Atmospheric dispersion of photons. Ooh. What does that mean? Atmospheric. Atmos PHLATIC.
Maybe it's a new YouTube channel. We just don't even know it.
It's the upper atmospheric. Yeah. So they hate saying atmosphere because they got that sphere in it. So we got atmoplane. We got atmospheric.
Right. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. They go out of their way sometimes to make shit up.
You know what?
So they don't have to use the word sphere.
I bet they even go when they're talking to themselves. They go, look, see, they throw that word in just to make sure you're indoctrinated. Well, no, it wraps around the planet. It's actually it's a great description.
Yeah.
Can I just jump in here for a second?
Sure.
I just Googled University of Wisconsin degree certificate images. And the first thing that comes up, this is the very, very first thing, is how much for a fake University of Wisconsin-Madison degree? Best site to get fake diplomas.
Well, to be fair, if you search for any diploma, that's the first thing that comes up. Because I've searched that before, because people have made claims on their shit. It's kind of weird too. It seems to be very fucking easy to buy whatever you want or get whatever you want, to say whatever you want from whatever school you want. It's kind of scary that it's that easy. So Yeah, it is kind of weird. Yeah, you can do that.
Agreed.
Could I just pop in, guys? We've
Yup.
got a super chat. Rodent no last name for $5. Somebody posts the question, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
No, hold on. You can't even carry the coconut.
That's right. African or European. Yeah, I almost did actually. That was the first thing that came to mind when I read his post. I was like, "Oh, an unladen swallow," but then I decided to get a little technical on him. So, and Ugly German Truths asks, "Well, how do we know he actually is Zachary Williams?" We don't. That is his name on YouTube, Zach Williams. I mean on Facebook, but that doesn't mean shit because, you know, I know guys that have half a dozen socks, even though you're not supposed to. But
although, you know, one thing I do have to say is if you're going to give yourself a fake name, you'd do better than Williams, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably, I guess.
Kind of like Smith.
Yeah. I don't know. It actually seems like a good way to go. You don't want something that's too generic like Smith or Jones, but you don't want like, you know, Mufasa B, you know, so some other weird ass names.
Alec Amari, right?
Yeah, right. So, you know, it sounds plausible, I guess, but certainly, in what I find interesting is he's just not answering any of the difficult questions. None of the actual physics kind of questions. A couple people have asked him. You know, they've asked him about, you know, certain physics, like a Bach number, and about entropy, and you know, stuff like that. And those questions he seems to ignore.
It's surprising he hasn't found out how to use Google.
Yeah, he was
just to give smart answers back.
Yeah, well, you know, it's if he actually has the degree, it's most of the stuff is fairly simple to. I mean, you haven't asked anything that is, you know, like quantum mechanics heavy level stuff. Everything in here should be within the first, you know, 4 semesters, first 2 years. There's nothing in here that's like, you know, deep doctorate degree bullshit here. So, but it's funny. I've never seen anybody out here, and of course FTFE posted in this, and all he asked was, he says, "I call bullshit. Describe Newton's laws of motion." I think I was kind of. That's one of those ones they don't want to ask because then you could just cut and paste shit like that. So, but yeah, FTFE has been posting a lot on Facebook lately. He's in quite a few of the
sad
groups.
that people believe that shit.
It is.
All they have to do is just drive out through the desert, and you'll be able to tell, you know, where it's flat as it can be. And you can tell there's a freaking curve to the earth. It's stupid.
Yeah. And you know, when you post stuff too that's kind of definitive in its, like I posted about Foucault's pendulum. It's one of the things that Flirts hate. But realistically, in the Northern Hemisphere, it always processes clockwise. Southern Hemisphere, always counterclockwise. And you can, by how long it takes to process, you can calculate your exact latitude, both north and south of the equator. Right. So my question to them was, how does that happen on a flat earth? And all they will do is the usual hand-waving nonsense that Foucault's pendulum is bullshit. Won't even address the questions. Most of them are either pose and trolls, or they kind of know that they're wrong and they just won't address real questions. I have yet to see, I posted several questions on Facebook, and I have yet to get an actual technical rationale from any of them.
So they're just like Christians, is what I'm hearing.
That's exactly what they are too. And most of them, can't tell you the number of times the answer I've got was God. And here's some scriptures. And my reply to them is that biblical flat earth arguments are completely invalid. It's not science. And besides, you know, you're telling some guy who of some other faith, one, you're wrong, two, I'm right, and not only am I right, but the rest of the Abrahamic religion followers out there, the 3.8 billion of them, they're all wrong and I'm right. So you must believe me. So, what the hell kind of bullshit is that?
But every Christian thinks that they're right.
Well,
And every denomination thinks they're right and all the other religions are wrong. So I'm not shocked at all about that, but I just don't understand how they can fall down that rabbit hole and just believe shit. And the bottom line is proof is in the pudding. So where is the proof? How many hundreds of years have we been waiting for proof about any of it?
Oh yeah. And then I get asked all the time when I say something for evidence or proof. What proof do you have? And my go-to is peer-reviewed papers, peer-reviewed documentation. So I'll post those, and they won't even read them. They just dismiss them. That's from science. So it's scientism and not to be trusted. Okay, so what level of evidence is good enough for you if it's not peer-reviewed public documentation from scientific consensus?
There's a reason why we use that method, Mike. It's because it's the best way to prove that what you have is proof.
Exactly. Yeah.
And these guys won't even accept that. Therefore, they will accept nothing.
Yes. It's I don't believe it. Therefore, it's wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Simon Dan put out a vid yesterday, and he asked 10 prominent flat earthers. He sent them each one GC physics exam question each. Something he said, I think 6 didn't even respond. 4 just got it completely, wrong. And there was one person, he said, that actually tried. So I give him a E effort. It was completely wrong, but at least he attempted, He
was wrong, but he tried. I haven't seen that yet. It actually, about peer review, AB Science has a really, really good video about that. And talks about how the process works. And it's actually, if you've ever been involved in publishing anything, it's kind of cutthroat to get shit published. And there's also problems with the process. It's not perfect. And he actually goes into those issues. So he's completely transparent about it. But it's still, no matter how you want to look at it, it's still the best way to, 1, get information out there, and 2, get information out there that others can test and verify, because that's the whole point. It's got to be verifiable and repeatable. And saying my Bible is not the right answer.
My holy book.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugly German Truths just said in the chat, don't say the 6 did not answer. They might have hurt themselves trying and are right now hospitalized with brain lesions or something.
Passed out on the floor. Clear fluid coming out of their ears. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, watch that one. What? Don't take a shit here. That'd be nasty.
No, I just noticed B's not actually on the set.
No, I'm not, but it's okay. I'm just hiding in the back. I'm sitting down on the floor behind the bar, and I'm just chugging right out of the tap, buddy.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, barman, cool and all, but get the fuck out of my way, Dobie.
That's right. Doesn't need barman to pour. She gets whatever she wants. Good. Yeah.
I grew up. My mama moved us to West Virginia when I was little. And so I grew up, hanging out with them boys and doing that, that keg stand thing. So I got it.
That's right. Don't need the barman.
Well, you see, because I didn't do it in the actual app I usually do it in. It's all just kind of, rough. But DK, have a sip there, Yoda Meister.
Yoda.
I hope he's got that fine wine in there.
Steaming fine wine, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's straight up ass coffee with a bunch of whiskey in it.
Oh
That will do. That will do. I can drink past the whiskey, the coffee bit.
No, just add more whiskey.
Me and my old buddy Wiser and his partner Jimmy B.
We drink alone.
That's right.
So, let's talk about the upcoming debate because we haven't even let that out of the bag on the channel yet. It was supposed to be a thing, we were going to let it out tomorrow, but what the fuck? Let's do it today. Yeah. Mike Bertelson here, our very own Mike Bertelson, coming up on the 1st, is going to be, well, I could say debating, but they would be in quotation marks that are so large I can't hold them up around my head with my hands. So, destroying chemo, Spurs chemo. How do you say it now with the Z?
Yeah, Spurs Kismos or something like that.
Kismo.
I don't know why he changed it.
Yeah. But the event will be up tomorrow, and we'll put it out on our Twitter. We'll put it in the Discord. We'll shill the link tomorrow during the shills. Hopefully you guys will share it on social media for us as well, because we'd like to get our debate show out there a bit more. They're not dumpster fires, but they're still hilarious. It just have to be somebody who wants to see people really have a conversation and not just yell at each other, because that's what we're doing. And it's working pretty well so far.
There'll be no yelling and rudeness and disrespect. Well, I'm not showing up.
Well,
B, it's even more because I'm the moderator, and I don't do that. Yeah, it's crazy. I know. I don't get it
There'll be plenty disrespect, but Spurs chemo has no respect for reality.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, he doesn't often get angry and start. Yeah, he's not that sort. So
yeah, it should be fine.
He'll just drive you nuts. Yeah.
Yeah,
that he spouts, he does it in a nice tone.
He spent a lot. I was watching the one with Mr. Sensible. He spent a lot of time trying to get Mr. Sensible to say a certain thing. He really wanted him to say it because he had a whole thing prepared. So he's a script follower for sure. So he's got things pretty much laid out, but he provides no technical rationale for anything. And it was all arguments against the globe, which is really all they got. They have no actual flat earth evidence of anything. So
they're just globe deniers. I don't even call them flat earthers anymore. They're just shape deniers, even.
Shape deniers, yeah. So it'll be my first debate. I hope I do us proud. We'll see.
Well, if anybody's been paying attention to what we do on our channel recently, I'm sure they're thinking to themselves right now, this could be one of the better moments of Flat Earth debates, because I can't wait.
Yeah, he tried to pull some stuff with Mr. Sensible and, basically wanted only demonstrations that he has or can do that they can, both verify kind of stuff. And no. No.
Yeah. No, we have peer review for a reason. Sorry, but you don't get to rewrite the way the world works just because somebody gave you a microphone. Fuck you.
But were those peer-reviewed papers written in a vacuum? I don't think so.
Well, they weren't written in crayon, so he might have a problem.
Well, the very first peer-reviewed paper I would give him on gravity is one of my favorites. It's actually a summary of not all, but quite a few of the tests of relativity. And they give a description of the test, they give the analytical solution, and the citation to the peer-reviewed sources that they all come from. But it is math heavy. It is some of this. I read through the paper and I had to back up a few times to redo, what I was reading and try to follow along with the math, because some of it was a little more complicated than even I like to deal with. So it would make his little fucking head just pop like a pimple.
Yeah, you just do what I do when you read things like that. You go, yeah. Words. Got that. Math. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, okay, whatever. I believe you.
Hell, I can't pick on him for that though, because that would make my mind pop.
Yeah, but you're not out there trying to claim that gravity doesn't exist. And how can you claim?
Oh hell no! That? People ask me about stuff like that. You know what I tell them? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
You want to talk about something else? I don't know.
That's right. But if you're going to make that claim, then you damn well better understand the thing you're trying to debunk.
Exactly.
So, yeah, he doesn't have a leg to stand on to not have a basic idea. I forget. I was talking to some guy about, he had some he called me out on gravity. So I quoted something out of General Relativity. He goes, well, I've never actually read that. I said, so you're saying you literally said 2 posts ago that Einstein is crap, General Relativity is crap, and you've never actually read it. Come on, dickhead.
Sounds like a Trump follower.
Yeah.
Well, and on that note, if anybody would like to debate somebody, maybe Mike, please feel free to get in touch.
Yes.
Yes,
and we will host debates on all topics. If you want to debate different aspects of Zoroaster religion versus Judeo-Christianity or whatever, I don't care what it is, as long as you don't start a holy war and kill each other, we're good. And if you want to debate different economic structures that are in the world in different places and so on, sure, that would work. If you want to debate, just don't be an idiot, and I'm sure we can figure it out. That's it. Right.
So we won't be doing my debate then. Kittens, puppies, and babies. Which are the tastiest?
Yeah, see, there's that idiot factor, DK. That's why I brought it up. Thank you for the example.
Come on now. We're atheists and agnostics here. We've only eaten babies.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah.
How would we know?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, the kittens are for the the altar. I couldn't get my words out. Yeah. Fuck me.
If you eat the damn kittens, how do you keep the mice from the barn?
Guess you got to eat the damn mice next.
That's right.
I'm going to mute myself and throw the mouse away so I can't come back on.
Wow, smartest thing that's been said tonight. So well done.
Have you not had enough to drink yet?
Yeah, there you go. You can tell it's hot here because I'm already about to crack the beer number fucking 3 on this stream, and we're at an hour. That's just not, barman, when somebody has 3 an hour, do you expect them to leave your bar sober?
Yeah, I get people who are like that. The lads after a work day, they will quite happily drink that much.
Oh, but that's only but I have more than
grown up beer, not your weak ass American Canadian.
But I have another hour to go. That means I'll be at 6 and 2, right? Yeah, and then if I do a third hour, I'm 9 and 3, right? And then I can maths.
Yeah, so you're the designated driver then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's only at 9. Fuck, get him behind the wheel.
See, you think that's a joke, but that's
I know
that's the UK.
No, I know. It's also rural Canada. Like, trust me, what's
that line from that movie? Why is the blind guy driving? Well, he was the only one sober enough.
Yeah.
It's fine. I just poke him every time he needs to turn left.
That's right.
Oh, that's like Clint Eastwood movie, Left Turn, Clyde. The ape. Yeah.
Every which way but loose, I think.
Yeah,
I'm so happy. I just realized I matched Mipet.
Huh?
What?
Oh, yeah.
Mipet and we blend.
Yeah, they got the rainbow effect going on.
They do, yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You know what? The new story for the next intro for the Shills is going to be I think Mipet had just became Bee's pet.
No, Mipet
Only
is
on a
going
good
to
day,
transform.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Only on a good day, Dick. Only on a good day.
Yeah. No, Mipet's getting a proper avatar coming up, and then only in the intros and whatnot, when she gets really pissed, will she mutate into the big dragon and go and attack. It'll be one of those Easter eggs, right? That's coming up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be funny.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
We have a situation unfolding up in Canada that is unbelievable levels of horrific. I'm not going to touch on this for very long right now. I'm just going to give a couple of headlines quick and, let it all sink in. But, excuse me. There has been talk in the background that, we might address it on a stream, but as yet, I haven't figured out a way that you could do it where you wouldn't somehow rub somebody the wrong way. And I don't think in this situation that any sort of escalation is going to be in order in any way. But so here we go. Headline number one. They found 170 some children's bodies that were buried at one of the residential schools, the Catholic schools that were done in Canada, years back now, right? And it was their whole program to bring Aboriginal people, natives and whatnot, and, get them into school. And, there was people taken from their parents. It was horrible. It was unbelievable amounts of what the fuck. But they found unmarked graves for like 170 some kids. Well, a couple of days later in Saskatchewan, because there's rumors and stories through the oral histories and whatnot, a couple of the elders got together and they got some cash together and they did ground penetrating radar. And that body count has almost hit 1,000 now.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, man,
crap.
I'm not kidding. And there are histories and stories and whatnot, and there's a lot of people right now getting ready to do like ground penetrating radar scans. Now, we're not talking about like dumped mass graves or anything, let's not get out of hand here. But I mean, I can't defend anything, but we're talking about children, unmarked graves that were taken to a residential school system and wound up buried and nobody knew it. This is how fucking out of control the situation was back then. And as bad as the stories have been about like abusive people and elders and stuff and horrific tales of correcting behaviors and so on, nobody had any clue that it was actually this fucking horrific. And we're only just at the beginning of this. Now, to temper the scales a little bit, down south, my brothers in the United States of America, there has been some government murmurs already in the press that have stated, we're going to look into this too, because we know we have an unbelievably bad story about residential schools as well. And I don't think that this is going to, this story is going to keep going, and it's just horrible. It's just horrible.
Dick, I want to add the latest to that I heard today. I heard today that a lot of the bodies, they're finding more bodies, and they are babies of, and I'm not sure where this is. I don't know where. They're babies.
Tuberculosis and
from
stuff.
The young girl. No. From the young girls getting raped by priests, and they had babies, and they killed the babies and buried them. And the guy that's investigating this, he said that they're looking at more like it's going to be over 10,000 when it's done.
That number, in my estimation, longtime Canadian and somebody who's like lived in all of our major cities over the years as a traveling musician and whatnot, I do believe that 10,000 is a low number. I'm not joking.
I believe the 10,000 number, if I remember correctly, is I think they were saying US and Canada, but it might have been just the US.
I wouldn't hesitate to consider the fact that we could easily past 10,000 in Canada alone, because we only have 2 sites right now and we're pushing 1,000. You know how many sites of these Catholic residential school, church schools there are?
Hundreds, probably.
More than that. And even if you only have maybe 1 or 2 per average, but you still have a few that are like horrific, like the ones they found, that number could be astronomically disgusting.
Well,
now,
I do want to say I already think we're at astronomically disgusting. I think we passed that a long time ago.
Any amount is a bad thing. But
right,
these numbers, and I'm not saying but in the way of, hold on, I'm going to justify it. No. These numbers in 2 locations with that high of a number already, I mean, causation, correlation, and right. But still, that's looking systemic. And that scares the shit out of me.
Agreed. This is, I'm really hoping that all of this happening starts opening some people's eyes to what religion will do.
A religion unchecked. Religion unchecked. Because no religion in North America has that kind of power now. But back then, it seems like the Canadian government, and, to be honest, I don't totally know, because, I mean, who knows every bit of every person's history in their country, let alone the world. But it sounds to me, from my perspective, like the Canadian government went, we've got to get everybody equally educated and so on and so forth. And the Catholics went, oh, we'll do it. Sure. Yeah, just, give us a report every now and then. But there had to be enough government people that knew to make this horrifying, not an oh my God moment. No. There's enough people that knew that this is just one of those fucking sad stains on humanity's history.
The bottom line is everybody needs to realize, and anybody that knows me knows I am BLM 100%. But everybody needs to realize that this shit is happening to natives too. It's not just, there were Chinese people from China that were imprisoned and forced to work. I mean, they do it against everybody that's not that plain old Christian white guy. That's what happens. And it's fucking sickening. And I'm really hoping that people out there will pay attention to this shit and say, hey, maybe religion is toxic.
Yeah. Some are, for sure. I've known people that live, a religious life, and they're, well adjusted. They contribute. They can contribute to discussions like we're having right now. No problem. But
right,
it's the fanatical side, and it's definitely not. It's not the ones. It's rarely the ones that sit in the pews that are the problem. Let's face it, right? More often than not. Yeah,
they're just sheep.
But I don't want to go too much into this now. And I would like to, suggest that all the shills do their homework, and maybe we could address this in the stream, I think that everybody on the team would have an educated opinion that's worth listening to, and it would be non-offensive. And I think of a lot of group shows, I think we could pull it off. But I just, it's escalating around here. We've had 2 Catholic churches that are on reservations burned to the ground already in my area. So
it's going to continue.
It's on, right? It's coming. So I just wanted to, test the waters and whatnot, and But, let us know in the chat. Do you think we should do something about this? Do you think our group can handle it respectfully? Let us know,
I think we should address it. I think it needs to be addressed and put out there more. And, I would love to do it. I'm in.
Yeah. Monkey is too. And, I know myself, I'd be interested in that. And, so yeah, we'll chat in the background. We'll see what's going on. What do we got here for time now? Oh, yeah, we're lots of time. We're good.
Oh, loads.
So, Barman.
Well, a little bit of a laugh that I did see from an American news. Apparently, there's a senator who is insisting that one organisation move the moon because it's inconvenient.
Yeah. Yes.
Only in
Yeah.
America, eh?
Why
Yeah,
don't they just switch off the holographic projector?
He was also a former judge too, and he wanted the Forestry Service as a way to mitigate climate change, to see about changing the orbit of the moon and also the orbit of the Earth around the sun. Yeah,
Yes.
because the Forestry Service, that's their bailiwick right there. They control the orbit of the moon.
Well, everybody knows if you have an issue with stellar mechanics, you always go to the forestry.
What's that line from The Next Generation by Q? Why don't you just change the gravitational constant of the universe?
You're funny. Give me 1 second, everybody. Be right back.
Yeah, I read that, and I had to look that up because I said, there's no way a U.S. congressman who's, got a law degree, he was a judge, said such a stupid fucking thing. And he did. I was like, holy crap. It's kind of amazing to think that the people that we elected to run this country have even as little understanding of science as your typical fucking flat earther. That's scary.
Yeah, if you're going to go into a profession, I feel like you should be educated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least to understand, change the orbit of the
Okay.
fucking moon. I was like, holy
I've just
crap.
dropped the link in the chat to that little story there.
Yeah.
And it's, titled "Unhinged Republican asks for moon's orbit to be changed."
Yeah.
So if you want to go and check out something really stupid, guys, feel free to pop in there.
So,
Yeah.
B, you're not entirely right. You don't have to be educated, but you have to be educated enough to know when to shut the fuck up and not look like an
Yeah.
idiot.
That's the level of education where I am. I know
Yeah.
when to shut the fuck up. So you guys got deep a minute ago, and I shut the fuck up. See, that's it's called honesty and respect.
My dad used to say to me, son, you just got caught talking when you should have been listening.
Exactly.
Yeah. It is scary, though. I mean, these are the people that should know stuff, and
They do know stuff. They just don't know the stuff they need to know.
Yeah, but that's like, I bet you would ask your average middle schooler, and they wouldn't even consider that to be a possibility to go off and, let's move the moon. Oh, sure. And expect the Forestry Service is the one that's supposed to do that. The Forestry Service and the Bureau of Land Management. Well, I guess the moon is land of a sort, right?
Sorry. I was doing something, so I couldn't respond. Damn it! And I can't multitask enough to have put all the words together to make sense of that. Can you do it one more time for me, please? Because I fucked up.
I said your average middle schooler wouldn't even consider it's possible to move the moon, and yet this congressman wants the Forestry Service, the Bureau of Land Management, and I guess like the moon is land of a sort. So there you go.
Well, there's obviously a really good plan here. You just grow a really, really tall tree, climb up it, and give the moon a big push.
Oh, there you go, I guess. Because, the atmosphere does extend to the moon, so...
Well, it's a tree will generate the atmosphere. Come on, use your fucking brain.
Oh, that's right.
No.
I thought you were the smart one here.
If you're gonna get creative,
I
you might as well
wouldn't go
just
that
take
far.
the next take the next large asteroid or something, or maybe the K2 Pan star that's coming through, and grab it and toss it at the moon, and we'll knock it out of orbit, and everything will be fine.
Well, maybe squirrels could climb the trees with little oxygen masks on, and they could deposit large quantities of acorns in a crater on the moon that will unbalance it and make it spin out. See,
No, DK,
you got to think
DK, you missed the trick. You
What's
missed
that?
the trick. You don't use squirrels because they have to have the masks. You use those mice, the rat or whatever that was on the rocket that was being launched, because that motherfucker didn't need a mask, right?
No, and he's fucking huge as well. Can you imagine the amount of acorns he can have in his cheeks?
Jesus Christ, man. He can just pick up Manhattan and spit it out. That thing was huge.
Well, I think we should use the latest militarized penguins that are protecting the ice wall. It's posted a picture of one for you.
I'm on it.
I think these are the guys that need to go to move the moon, because
Yeah.
the
3 or 4 of
militarized-
them.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
the militarized penguins. There you go.
National Disgrace has just said the moon's made of cheese, isn't it? The mice is the answer. Mice is the answer. Send them up another season.
Oh, there you go,
again.
then.
They look scarily like Iron Man.
It's exactly what that is. That's the new exoskeletons for the militarized penguins that are guarding the ice wall.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they are connected to the Jewish laser, right?
Probably, and their barracks are next to the dome and ice wall maintenance facility
In Area 51,
yeah,
in the middle of the desert,
in
right?
the middle of the desert on the ice wall. Yep. So these guys can move the moon for us.
I believe they could, especially if they have the newer repulsor technology that Stark had set up for the helicarriers and whatnot. Yes,
Yeah.
I have a 14-year-old, so don't fuck with me.
Well, actually, I'm into that. I've got all the movies on disc, and yep.
Oh, yeah. I've got them all in, Dolby Atmos and the whole bit. And I've got a badass sound system and a projector and the whole 9 yards. And when my son and I get into our superheroes, man, we get into it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I bet you dress up
But-
as well.
I will say, when it comes to superheroes, really quick, I prefer DC animated to the Marvel Cinematic Universe live action.
Oh,
I do. Yeah, they're better. They are better. The storylines are better. The dialogue and stuff. It's not like how many times can you sit there watching a supposed quote unquote live action movie, thinking to yourself, so when do we get out of the CGI scene and actually see people? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's as much technically animated as it is live action sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Even like, sorry.
Oh, my bad. It's like that most recent, I don't remember the name of it right now, the Will Smith movie where they clone him and then they go after him with his
Gemini.
own clones because they're trying to kill him, and only he can only get killed by himself because he's too fucking badass.
That's right.
And they did the CGI on the faces. Now sometimes it looked really good in darker light. In the darker lighting of some of the scenes, it looked pretty good. But when he was out in the daytime, you could just see it. It was just horrible.
Yeah, sometimes the CGI to make people look digitally younger is kind of cool. Other times it's apparent. I mean, this is DKG's area.
Now, see,
Well,
I'll tell you the thing about BB about this is the really, really good ones of Will Smith. They're the ones that they worked for months and months and months, and then the schedule starts to pick up, and they go, okay, now we've got 700 other shots to do. Ah, fuck!
Oh my God.
Right.
Put the Will Smith mask on, film him.
And keep in mind, DKG here once sat on a flat Earth debate holding his Emmy that he won, stroking it. He actually has an Emmy.
No, well, I didn't win for stroking it.
No, but you did win for talent.
That's a different award.
Yeah. No, but he actually has an Emmy. Like, he really knows what he's talking about when it comes to visual effects and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Right. Yeah. No, all I was going to add to was that the most amazing part about it was how well they did with holding that animation on those guys' faces while they were jumping around and shit. That was amazing.
Yeah. You know what I found amazing when it comes to, like, CGI and whatnot? I'm now into plastic surgery, but I was shocked at the Friends reunion that they all recognized each other.
Oh my God. It's
That
called
was good.
Botox.
Yeah. I mean, the only one that hasn't had any work done, obviously, is the Joey character. What's his name? Matt LeBlanc, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not so vain as the others, which is surprising because he's basically the pretty one of the guys.
Yeah. And he turns out to be the only grounded one.
Yeah. He's over in the UK doing Top Gear and weird sitcoms and all sorts of weird shit.
Oh, is it? Really?
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, whatever.
Well,
I
you
don't
play
fucking
the
care.
idiot for like 10 years. It makes you humble.
Yeah, I guess.
I've been doing
He
it for 50
did
years.
He did a great TV show over in the UK where he played a weird version of himself, and it was hilarious. And that's what got him on Top Gear. And he was an awesome guest on Top Gear. But I really think, had they not tried to not outdo Top Gear with the new Top Gear, he was a great host. He was really good, I thought. He did this one intro. It was really good. They were like, they say to me, do you want to come over and host Top Gear? I'm like, sure. And, how about we take a trip around like Chester and whatnot? And he's like, where? And we're going to do it in Reliant Robin three-wheelers. He's like, what? I died laughing because I understood it all. But he was good. He was. I liked him,
He's a good,
Anyway.
he's a good guy. I like him.
Yeah. So anybody had odd news locally a bit more?
I'm sure I had something I've completely forgotten.
Anybody hear about that building in Miami that collapsed?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're still
Yeah.
looking for people. Yeah.
It's like,
I haven't
what?
heard anything else about it. That's all I know is that they're still looking. They're missing like 70 or 90 people or something.
No, it's up to like 140 now. People.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And
Yeah.
the prognosis is not looking good due to the time delay, right?
They keep talking about search and rescue, but it's really recovery is what they're doing.
It has to be at this point, doesn't it, Mike?
Yeah. I saw the video. There was some surveillance video from local area places that had to happen to have that building in the background. And it dropped like you've ever seen the controlled demolition of a building, how they blow it up and it just falls straight down on itself.
Yeah.
It's exactly what this looks like. And it was like, holy shit, what the hell went wrong here? And it's not as if this building's been up since 1981. So it isn't as if it's a brand new building that just wasn't engineered properly. I don't know what the hell happened. That's going to be a long time coming, but
Yeah.
the way it fell was,
some people
go ahead.
some people were saying that the because they put everything up on stilts along the coast, especially down there, so when the waves come in and the water rises high tide and stuff, it doesn't affect the building, or if there's a hurricane or whatever, it can withstand it more. So apparently they were saying this thing was up on stilts.
Yeah.
And that they said, you have to maintain this, and we don't think it was. Some people don't think it was a good foundation underneath, because of all the limestone and everything down there.
Yeah.
And the water table's rising, so it spells disaster to me.
Well, Florida's got a really high water table to begin with.
Oh yeah,
I heard there might have been what's the word? There might have been some corrosion fault to some rebar.
Yeah, it's possible.
Well, that salt water is vicious, Dick. It'll eat right through fucking metal.
Yeah,
and
man.
everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I
with wood, it'll
the
season
three
the wood.
little pigs moved in, and it all went downhill from there. And there was a big wolf seen nearby at the time.
Was he in a white Lamborghini Countach?
That's one style and wolf right there.
Yeah. Well, that's the Wolf of Wall Street, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And I haven't even seen the movie. I just know it because every time a YouTuber has a white Lamborghini, they go, "Yep, I'm the Wolf of Wall Street." And I was like, "Okay, it must be there." I don't know. Fuck.
Well, if it's we're talking about Miami, so would it be more appropriate to be a Ferrari Daytona?
Oh, that's what's his name? Miami Vice. Yeah. So do you know the story? Do you know the story, Mike? So Enzo Ferrari himself despised Miami Vice and hated everything to do with it because the Ferrari Daytona that What's His Nuts drove was a fucking kit car, and Enzo knew it.
Yeah.
Right? So he got a hold of them and said, "Enough. If you want my cars, I'll send you a couple of Testarossas, but you've got to blow up that fucking disgrace on screen." And they did. Yeah.
Yeah. I liked the car, though. That was an awesome looking car.
Oh, the Daytona is one of the most sexy front engine V12 cars ever. But to be honest, I'm a real car guy. And when I watch those old episodes, it's kind of an abomination because you can tell it is not an original. It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same. It has the same body type and body shape, but there's just something about it that you can tell that it's
like watching
right.
No, it's all kinds of wrong. It's like watching a Fast and Furious movie in 4K. You look and you go, wait a minute. If those fitment panels and the body fit and whatnot is really like that, that's a fucking backyard kit car. Like, come on, it's bad.
They're going to crash it anyway. So,
yeah. Exactly.
It's like watching. It's funny is you watch the early 70s, late 60s TV shows and see the cars are driving around and those are 60s era muscle cars and they wreck them and you're like, oh crap, because back then the cars they cost $2,000 or $3,000 new, maybe $5,000 for a really expensive one. And today, some of those cars are worth a fucking fortune.
Oh, I've seen some like $500,000 cars in movies, and you're watching it thinking, well, the movie cost $500,000, so this is a rental, and oh my god, are they going to buff it nice when they're done?
I was working on Doctor Strange, and I was in the vehicle shop there where they had 3 brand new Lamborghinis. Straight off the production line, like £250,000 each. And basically they were stripping them down to alter them for the stunt cars and all sorts of moving things around, and they were taking all the bits and pieces off and it's like wrapping them up really carefully, because basically the idea was whatever happened, it goes back to Lamborghini, but there were just going to be like bits and pieces of these fucking amazing cars. They were just literally stripping down to the bare bones, welding and chopping them up and putting bits here and there. Oh, it was incredible to see it.
Well, can you ever get it back to the same as factory after that?
No. Okay, hey, I will give Tavares YouTube channel a shout out because he found a Fast and Furious Lamborghini Murcielago and he rebuilt it into a proper Lamborghini show car, but it still is the chassis of the show car from one of the Fast and Furious movies. And so he did it right because he brought it back to being a monster of a car. I do want to point out Ugly German Truce in the chat. He came up with one of the most brilliant from my youth, I'm geeking out right now, comments. He says, well, there was a brilliant kit car as Hero in a TV series. You know what I mean? The Coyote from Hardcastle and McCormick. And dude, that car literally is one of the cars that set me on my love of car journey for the rest of my life. Holy God, good shout. But
Yeah, that was an awesome looking car.
Yeah,
But
I think
yeah, I'm
my
right.
level was Columbo.
But
it was right out of IMSA or Le Mans or something. It was just this unbelievable, like, never mind kit, like a Firebird. What the fuck? That was badass. That was awesome.
But it is an awesome looking car. But I was like, do I really want to drive that down the street every day? Is it an everyday driver kind of car? I drove it a lot.
You don't.
Yeah, I know
you don't. No. That's like driving a Saleen, like the actual supercar Saleen, the S7. You get in that and you drive it for 45 minutes on public roads, and you're like, please get me out of this thing.
Someone was mentioning the all the police cars getting smashed up in the Blues Brothers, because that was so funny. But those cars were in the shop overnight, getting bashed back into shape again for the next day's shooting.
Yeah.
That's my son's favorite movie, DK. That's my son's favorite movie. Oh, yeah.
Great movie.
Oh,
Disgrace wants to know, anyone remember the Viper Man, sorry?
Oh, yes. When Dodge helped pay for a show about the Viper because of the Trans Am and no, it was because they had Knight Rider 2000, but the Viper was out. Wasn't that around the time? I bet it was around like the late 90s, early 2000s. I remember this, though. It was awful, but it was great because it had a cool car, right?
Yeah. There were a couple of good shows out there that
Mike
had built.
Do you remember Automan? Automan.
Oh,
the car that turned into the dude.
Yeah,
you're digging deep now. You're digging deep.
Yeah, that was a weird ass show too. But I don't. It wasn't on very long though, was it? It was like one season. No. I don't even know if it finished the season.
It's because it was shit.
Yeah, it kind of was. It was,
it was trod on acid.
Yeah, it was the car was also a police officer or something. I forget. That was kind of a weird show. Holographic something or other. I don't remember.
Yeah,
but I don't think it even finished.
Well,
the
that
first
was
season.
No, that was during the era where they had the original Flash, like 1990, and it went for one season. And they had the Amazing Spider-Man, and it went for, I think, one season. And it was like this, 35-year-old dude who was supposed to be a somewhat young Peter. It was just horrible. It was awful. Right.
Classic days.
Yeah.
Well, I think Automan, that was like wasn't that the early 80s? That was like what other shows? The Greatest American Hero that was around.
Yeah, I love that one. I love that one.
I kind of like that one too, because I was kind of like a guy who was a reluctant hero who really wasn't very good at it. It was funny as shit. Yeah.
But Mike, if you go back, the original 2-hour movie for The Greatest American Hero is not like comic and funny at all, like the TV series was. It was way more serious. It was actually the guy who is the greatest American hero was brought back to officiate the Flash's wedding on the new CW Arrowverse shows, and he only got three sentences in, and somebody vaporized him. It was fucking funny.
Jeez. Yeah. Greatest American Hero. I kind of liked that show. It was very campy. It was goofy as hell, but I kind of liked it.
One of the things that I think makes us like that show and look back on it fondly is the goddamn theme song is so good.
It is, actually. It also is a show that didn't really take itself too seriously either. They tongue in cheek their own, they made fun of themselves.
Yeah.
It was kind of
like,
I think it's one of the things I liked about it, I think.
just like the DC's Legends of Tomorrow TV show right now. I mean, it's its own parody. It's hilarious, right? It's so funny. Even without my son, I watch that show because it's funny. You know?
Well, there's one animated show I'm considering watching. My daughter was here for Father's Day weekend, and we watched this show called Invincible. I think it's on Amazon Prime. And I was like, okay, an animated show, but she wanted to watch it, so we did. And I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. Basically, the Superman type person hero is really here to take over the world and be our overlord.
Yes.
Kind of
It's
kind of a really interesting storyline. So I may actually finish watching that because we watched a few of those episodes while she was here.
You said
Barman.
that's Invincible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Barman, recently, I remember we were in a pre-show chat and you happened to say, but not many, I don't think anybody paid attention at the time, but I did catch it. You had just watched Enola Holmes and holy fuck, it was awesome. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, that was ages ago. Yeah. The wife really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah, last week I was looking on my download site and I was like, what the hell am I going to get? And I remembered that moment and I was like, all right, I trust Barman's judgment. Holy God, you weren't wrong. The way she plays to the camera and then plays back into the movie, it was brilliant. It was so good. I was shocked because at first I was like, oh God, I'm not young enough to watch this movie because I'm like 50 years old. But within 20 minutes, I was like, yeah, I'm not, I'm locking my door now. Nobody's fucking interrupting this.
It's,
it was
Netflix.
very good.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Netflix. That's what I saw.
There's another one on Netflix, another Holmes thing, and I can't remember if it's just called Holmes or what. But that's really good.
Is that the one with Cumberbatch and what's his name?
No, that's the Sherlock one. This is a new one.
Oh wow! Okay,
movie or a series?
Series.
Oh, okay.
10-parter. Yeah, well worth the watch. Really, really good.
Speaking of really good,
on my feed just recently in Netflix. Might have to check it out. Thanks, Barman.
Well, speaking of Sherlock Holmes and really good and whatnot,
I
have to look.
Yes,
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Irregulars. Okay. But yeah, you know what I thought was somebody who could have literally come back from where they were brought in and been in Sherlock Holmes lore for a while was Professor Moriarty from Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Oh yeah.
He was
good.
good.
Yeah.
His own show.
He would have been great. He could have really carried the role. He played that arrogance, evil. He. Oh my God, he was good. He was one of those people.
He didn't think he was evil. That was the brilliant thing about it.
Yeah.
Well, he began to evolve by the end of the episode. But he still was a hologram.
It was brilliant the way they played the episode out too. A little bit of but anyway, I thought it was really good, but I really thought his acting was very good because he was, determined, singular focused, but depth of character, I thought he was great. He was one of the few people who could stand and equal Patrick Stewart on camera in, Next Generation.
Yeah. He was supposed to be a rival for Data. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not hard to out that Patrick Stewart, that old lovey.
Because when you got like Patrick Stewart and LeVar Burton in a scene together, it was so obvious that one person was really good and the other person was, a television actor, right? It was just so painfully obvious, right?
One person was really good and the other person was LeVar Burton.
Yeah, and no offense to LeVar Burton, because as a parent of an autistic child and LeVar reading Rainbow and stuff, I think of the world of that guy. You kidding me? I love him, right? I'm not ripping him. I'm not. But let's just face the facts. Patrick Stewart is a Class A actor, and LeVar is LeVar. It's just it.
I saw a really old movie with Patrick Stewart. I can't remember what the film was, but it's really old. Really old. And he still looks old, but he had hair.
Yeah. I saw
the first thing I remember seeing him.
He had a wig.
The first thing I remember seeing him in was the original Dune, I think.
Yeah. He had no hair in that either.
No, he didn't.
It goes back.
Patrick Stewart was born bald, and his mother thanked him for it.
Yes.
When it comes to sci-fi, I have to say I am severely and utterly disappointed that what's his name, McFarlane's TV show just petered out to nothing.
Orville?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Because that was the Star Trek we deserved. Come on, face it.
Well, it ran out because they ran out of the good Star Trek episodes to steal.
He's got a point. He's not wrong.
Kind of does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But the blonde that was his, ex-wife, ex-girlfriend or whatever, she is literally destined to be the girl that was on every TV show that kind of fails. She never is on the winning show. It never works for her. So as soon as I saw she was on the Orville, I was like, oh, okay. I've seen her in a bunch of things, and they're always the ones that get one season, maybe two. Like, I don't get it. Like, I thought she was a really good actress. Why not? No.
Well, also the people they're acting with affect the movie
time.
or whatever as a whole, and then it makes them look bad.
Yeah, and let's face it, McFarlane isn't exactly, Oscar material.
Well,
No, but he's funny.
When
He's hilarious.
That new series out this year, Clarice, the Silence of the Lambs fame.
Yeah.
It has Cal Penn in it, and Linda was like, I don't know if we should even start watching it because every TV series he's on dies in the first season.
Yeah,
it's like
that's the way to save the series is by not watching it.
Yeah.
I gotta break in with an emergency announcement. Ugly German Truths in the chat says, yes, the Orville is coming back for season 3 on Hulu. Yeah.
Right, there we go.
Well,
I do want to give Seth MacFarlane a shout out because, he's known as Mr. Comedy Man and whatnot, right? And blah, blah. He is actually executive producer of both of the Cosmos series done by Neil deGrasse Tyson in the most recent times.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a huge nerd. So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. I saw that on the credits of the first series, Spacetime Odyssey. The next one is Possible Worlds. I have them both. And I thought, wait a minute, it can't be the same guy, is it? Is it, the talking dog with an attitude, the drunk, And I looked and I'm like, it is. But
I'd have preferred that series if they did a CG Carl Sagan and just get Kermit the Frog to voice him.
No. I will say, if you watch Star Talk, Neil deGrasse Tyson from the Natural History Museum, he's very natural in the way he talks. But when he narrates the Cosmos series, he goes in to ending his sentence in these little whispers. And it really gets on your fucking nerves.
Yeah.
Whoever's vocal coaching him on Cosmos really needs to just let him do his own thing because he's actually entertaining to listen to.
Ugly German Truth has just said, did not find a starting date, but it's not only good news. The season will have 11 episodes, which is fewer, but on average, each will run 12 to 15 minutes longer.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Yeah,
that'll be cool.
Which part's the good news?
The longer.
Oh, okay. That's what she said.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
That's what Dick said.
Yeah. I'm tragically out of alcohol. Give me 40 seconds, everybody.
Well, that was poor planning on your part.
You're not wrong there.
We need to get him a little fridge attachment for his PC.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. He's got to have a.
That's what I said. I said we're all gonna have to chip in and get him a damn mini fridge down there so you can hold a 12-pack, something.
Yeah.
Just so
No, you know what it is? It's
television.
number one. Hold on. Number one, you're all assholes. Okay. So number two, I put you all on speakers when I walk away because I can hear you still. Number two, my fridge is only like 7 steps away from me, but I say 40 seconds so I can sit back and listen to your trash talk. So, let me just get Bobo out so everybody can give Bobo a good honk. Okay, everybody, ready? Ready? Oh, that was good. Thank you. Okay, I'm done.
Oh my
Bobo
goodness.
back away again.
Yeah.
You're all nuts.
Well, yeah, like I told you, I'm drinking fast tonight. So, we're probably lucky we're off the air soon because,
I misheard that there because that didn't sound like you said that word with a D. It sounded more like a J.
well, seems like you're hearing what you want.
Oh snap!
And ugly German trees has just said, B, a 12-pack. And what does Dick drink for the second 45 minutes?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not wrong,
Funny because it's true. Yeah.
Yeah. You'd be surprised. I've had shows where we do a 2-hour shills and then a 1-hour after show. And during that, I can easily drink like 10 or 11 beers. It's just ridiculous.
And then all of a sudden we're into
12-pack would be plenty.
And then all of a sudden we're into a music video live stream.
Yeah. That's usually how that goes, right? It's one of those nights. But with the last one getting community guideline strike warnings, like literally we're going to start shutting the channel down. I was like, oh, we can't be doing that. But
I have a copyright strike on my channel right now.
Oh, copyright strike is fine, but a guideline strike it means you get it's bad, but this one's only a warning.
I got a great idea. Why don't you do your music streams on Mike's channel?
Yeah.
No, there you go.
What we did was we did a new channel, Shills U, and then we'll do Shills V, Shills W, or whatever. Who cares, right?
Yeah.
And what we're going to do is
deleted channel.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So anytime we want to have a drunken music live stream or whatever, we'll just create a new channel and we'll just, fuck it into obscurity and who cares? And so that'll be fun, right? And then what we can do is put a little video on the Shills channel and say, hey, click the link in the description. We're doing a drunken music stream tonight. If you want to join or hang out, or if you don't, well, you know what to do, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can keep the name and just every time that channel gets kicked, just put a 1 or at the end and then a 2 and then a 3.
Oh, that would make it funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Because then you can tell how many you've had. I do have a question about this copyright strike thing too, because basically Schrodinger's cat got copyright struck from one of the soffits that he did a video on. And what wound up happening is he appealed it. He filed a counter. And of course, it was all fair use. So his video got restored and the other guy lost. So then Schrodinger said in his next video on it, that he got the strike, it was overturned. And then he wanted everybody to mirror the video. So I mirrored the video. Well, that same guy copyright struck me for having Schrodinger cat's video. It turns out when I talked to Schrodinger, I texted him about it, and he said that most people that mirrored his video got the copyright strike. They countered, and right now mine's pending, but they countered and it got overturned. How many times can this guy do this before YouTube does something about it? He just keeps copyright striking the same video that gets mirrored from Schrodinger that he copyrighted struck Schrodinger for and got overturned. Isn't there any consequences to this?
Yeah, Dr. Osiris in the chat mirrored that, and mine got taken down too. Then I appealed, and it got put back up in a few hours.
Well, this is how it goes, right? So when you file your appeal, it goes right to the YouTube studio of the person that says they're holding the copyright, right?
Right.
Now, at that point, they have a choice. If they deny you, they are leaving themselves open to legal action. But if they look at it and go, yeah, it is, and they're honest, they can let it go.
Oh, he's not going to let it go.
Right. So therein lies the problem. But, it's been very much proven on YouTube in the past that if you have a false strike issue on YouTube, what you need to do is stream about it. And I mean, Schrodinger's got the sub base and the viewers, so he can do this, right? And he will get somebody in the legal field to go pro bono as long as they can be a part of the streams and stuff, because it helps their, life as well, right? And they will jump in and do the filing of the paperwork. And as soon as that starts to happen, the other fuck has to back down, or like Kyle Curtis had happen to him today, have an arrest warrant issued for them.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, really?
Because YouTube did send me a reply to my counter notification that the other guy has, it's a Omaha Now, I think is his name. He has 10 to 13 days to actually file in court. That's his next. That's his next.
He has to.
If he doesn't do that, then my video gets restored.
That's right. He has to show YouTube. I forgot about that part. He has to show YouTube that he has taken action. Right?
Yeah.
Because the one thing about like copyright and whatnot is the United States specifically, but Canada as well, they will not protect your copyright if you don't actively protect it yourself.
Yeah. And of course, it was all fair use. I mean, that's without a doubt. And it was ruled in Schrodinger's favor that it was fair use. So, but it seems to me that if you can't keep copyright striking the exact same video every single time because it's mirrored, and not have any consequences.
Yeah, but Mike, this is how it goes. YouTube's algorithm isn't doing anything so special. It's only doing a per case basis. There is no correlation of data in the background because they have no obligation to, and that's a lot of electricity and horsepower, right? They don't do it. But so what happens is these guys file all the claims against the small channels because they look and go, you on Social Blade are not earning enough money from YouTube to fight me. So I'm going to make it stick. But with like somebody like Schrodinger, they might look and go, you might be making enough money to fuck with me. And that's kind of how this game is played, right?
Yeah, I'm not backing down. He can kiss my ass, but
exactly. Because fair use is fair use. Now, some people think that fair use comes down to, what percentage of the video did I use? There's nothing in the fair use doctrine that says a real percentage. That's not how it works.
No, it doesn't.
The fair use, it has nothing to do with all these, specific things that you could quantify in a measurable way, because that is not how it works.
Right.
Fair use is all about you have to critique it. You have to be judgmental. Here's a good example. So if we take a flat earth debunking video and we play it on the Shills and we show the flat earther and we show the debunker and then we cut in now and then and all we do is agree, that is not fair use because we have not transformed it and made it our own. The debunker did, but we haven't.
Just pointing out, Ugly German Truth has got some great comment there. Dick, you might want to read.
Okay. So why doesn't YouTube give uploaders the chance to announce fair use when you put anything on their services? If you have announced that you use Video X and did it under fair use, then rules then. Well, you ugly German truce. That goes exactly to a thing that I've said for a while now. YouTube has a, you can sign up as like if you're NBC or a Hollywood studio, and you can submit your content for copyright claims, and YouTube scans it and tries to find it in people's videos. But what YouTube doesn't have is public domain. So some asshole big time YouTuber uses some public domain NASA footage in their video, but because they make enough money to then submit their videos back for copyright claim through a third party legal claimant and whatnot, we get claimed for doing that video, even though it's free to use NASA footage. That's how stupid it gets, right? But YouTube has no legal obligation to do these things. And because they're Google and, they, build and kill beta services at the drop of a hat, they only do the minimum to make sure they comply with the law. And right now, handing over the legal stuff to us and just saying, hey, we did our part, that's all they want to do, right? And then Ugly again says, it should go right to, if you want to strike this, show the court papers, as it would require proof that you didn't falsely fair use it. Now, I agree with that, but for a small creator, that would mean that you literally have to go to the courts, prove the footage is yours, and then take papers to somebody who's like making real money and start a fight. And no small person has that. Right, your content is automatically copywritten when you submit it. And as such, every single person who submits YouTube content should already be in the copyright database and as such protected. Why the fuck are we not?
Yeah, I do remember that there was an uncalled for episode where they were critiquing some ancient alien stuff, and it contained footage from the History Channel. And that was an immediate claim from the History Channel. Yeah. It was literally fair use because they had the clip, they critiqued the clip, they told what they thought about the clip, what was wrong with the clip, what was right with the clip. And that's literally what fair use is. But it's the History Channel, so YouTube.
Barman.
Yes.
Barman, are you there? Do you remember back in the early days of the Shills? We did an entire episode on the History Channel. No claim at all. 3 months, 4 months later, we did another one, and holy, did they bring out the wrath of God. You remember this, buddy?
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, touch wood, we've been quite good with copyrights. We've never been really hit major. The worst one has been the History Channel. Pain in the ass.
Well,
we are the epitome of fair use, because if you do think the percentage of talking versus their video amounts to anything, again, that it doesn't. We always talk at least as long as the video played, if not 2 or 3 times longer. So fucking step to me, bitch.
No, it's amazing what flat earthers get away with on some of theirs, though.
Like,
how?
Yeah, well,
what are you up to?
And this guy too, that copyright struck me in Schrodinger. He thinks that, well, you used some of my video without my permission, therefore that's all there is to it.
No, that's not how it goes. You know what, Mike?
Not at all.
We better get this video on to the Shills tomorrow night, by the sounds of it.
Schrodinger's video? Yeah.
Well, no. I want the original video. His.
Oh, yeah. I can get you that. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll get that up on Drive tonight.
I mean, come on. If there's one monetized group channel on YouTube that does debunking that isn't scared of having a little fight like this, fuck, it's gotta be us. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get it up. I'll get it up on G Drive tonight. We'll take care of that. Yep.
Awesome. I say we go right into it off the intro and just start the fight right away. Fuck it.
Yeah, he's an idiot soft sit, by the way. Good. Does nothing.
Miss Cassandra in the chat says, "Hey, are we ever going to get any more DJ nights?" Well, we were talking about that earlier, Miss Cassandra. So what's going to happen is every so often you'll get a little notification on the Shills channel, "Hey, DJ night," but you'll have to click the description, the link in the description to go to the throwaway channel that we're going to use for it, because, oh my God, did we get in trouble on the last one. So we have to do them on throwaway channels now. There's no other choice.
What was it last time? Like 95 strikes or something like that?
Oh no, that one was successful. We didn't get in trouble for that, but we did get 95 copyright claims, right? But still, no problem. But the one I did a little while later got us a community guideline strike warning, and that is channel deletion stuff. And I was like, holy fuck. So I instantly submitted no, come on. Because I mean, we've done a few of these before. I was shocked, right?
Yeah.
And exactly. my rebuttal of fuck you came back within about 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So at that point, I was like, okay, well, the Shills will never again have a DJ stream. Fuck YouTube. I don't know what to say, but that's it. We can never do that again, right? But we can do it on the throwaway channel. So we'll put an alert up on our channel, drop a link in the description, and everybody can head over,
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I am keeping a list of the bands who don't just do copyright claims, but they do copyright strikes. And those are the ones that get the stream taken down. So I have a list that I know not to play. So we should be able to get through a good 3 hours or so next time before, Chico and the man just go, and then that's it, right?
I know what you do, Dick, with those. You take your list of the bands who strike, download their videos, reverse them, put them backwards, and just do a stream just playing all their shit music backwards. Fuck them.
It's a shame YouTube hasn't got a feature for you to be able to reverse a video as you're watching it as just a video. That way, to get past all the copyright, do exactly what DKG said. Yeah. Do the whole stream backwards. So you can just press I want to watch this in reverse on YouTube, and then it's fine.
Yeah, just like some people upload films at 0.25 speed, and then you have to play at 4 times speed to get it right, or twice the speed.
But before we get too far past 2 hours, we should. But I want to just ask everybody watching and listening right now, and everybody in the chat with me here. So I can go on YouTube and I can put together a playlist of, top 80 songs that, got me laid when I was a little fucking, nut shaving moron or whatever. Who knows, right? And what will happen is every time one of those songs play, the copyright holder is eligible to put an ad before or after or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they get the revenue from it. Or if there's 5 of them, they share the revenue over the whole stream. So it's no problem. You can do a playlist, right? But when I take those same damn songs and in between the songs, I put a little 70s DJ banter in and whatnot and chat with a few of my friends, all of a sudden, I am the devil and I deserve to be not just reached around, but have my balls squeezed until I spit them out of my fucking mouth. And that's somehow fair. Seriously, how does that work? And it's the same damn thing. And we don't monetize those streams. It's not like we're trying to make money. We know it's not our music. We're just fucking around. Come on. Yeah. What more do we have to do to say yes? We're, who listens to the radio anymore? I am the next DJ. Fuck off. Get out of my way. Fuck.
I have a music playlist on my channel of some of my favorite stuff. I mean, I don't know how that works. It's not. I guess I'm not streaming it, and I'm not creating my own video out of it. It's just a playlist of YouTube videos. But so I guess that's not the same thing. But
yeah, I guess that's down to the people who actually upload the videos on their channel, I suppose.
Yeah, they're from the artists' channels. I mean,
Yeah.
so that's where the videos come from.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you direct
that's the
people
thing.
to their place.
True.
Right, and that's the thing. When we do those music streams, I literally have a live YouTube capture. I show that it's YouTube, and I play it from the artist's goddamn pages. Right, because I'm not trying to hide it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so many artists are content to just go, "I'll do shared revenue. Don't shut it down." And I'm like, "Yeah, right on." You know. So we had a list of people not to play, and we were doing great with those DJ streams. It was really fun, you know, just get wasted and, you know, who likes what? Let's fucking play it, you know. But all of a sudden, YouTube did a term of service change, and they don't like you playing commercial music on a stream the way I did.
I have seen someone do this, right? But they were streaming on Facebook. They were playing YouTube videos, but they were streaming it on Facebook. So that just disconnect means that they can't do anything about it because it's on Facebook.
Right. Oh, yeah. And we could send the DJ streams over to Periscope and whatnot, and nobody over there would give a rat's ass. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You just need that separation.
Oh, we do have a Facebook page, so.
We have Facebook, we have D Live, we have Periscope, and a few in the background. I've signed them all up just in case, right? And but that's what we'll do is, you know, we'll use the Shills YouTube just to put up like a 1-minute video that says, "Hey, DJ stream tonight. Click the link in the description," right? You know, and there you go. Yeah, so we got around it, you know, because I like getting drunk, hanging out with my friends and listening to good music. And I'm not letting anyone stop us. Fuck that. Fuck you. You know?
YouTube.
And if we start doing it this way, anybody on the Shills team, anytime they want, could just go, "You know what? I'm in the mood to hang out and rock out or whatever," you know? So, you know, put up a vent on the Shills, let everybody know, share the link, and go and host a fucking DJ stream. I'll send you the sets and everything on OBS, you know, so you can have it just the way we do it and, you know, rock out, roll on.
Oh, I would love to do a Christmas one this Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I might have to put Mr. Vape in instead of Mr. Grinch.
Oh, dear.
No, you know what I did? I actually took those 2 songs down off the Canadian Thomas page.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I have those little jokes, those little pokes. I just have no place for them in my life right now because obviously it's helping to keep the narrative alive, and I'm just so done. I'm just so done.
Why the hell did they have that dickhead on Agree to Disagree? What the fuck were they?
Oh my god, what was that?
That was they should be ashamed of themselves, to be honest with you, for giving that man airtime.
Oh, I meant to send you a thing I saw, Dick, on Facebook. A guy had created a Facebook post about his own lyrics to the Pirates of Penzance. I am the very model of the modern Major General. Yeah, he created a flat Earth version of that. It was fucking hilarious.
God.
I meant to send you.
I have to find that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll have to send it to you because it's hilarious. And I was thinking Canadian Thomas could turn that into an actual song.
You know what? You know, Mike, I know him. I think we could probably arrange that, you know?
Yeah. So I was wondering if, contact him. And we'll see if he can do it because it was hilarious.
I wanted to put out to everybody watching. So Canadian Thomas, you know, that guy that does the funny flat earth songs and whatnot, he's coming to visit and stay at my place coming up for like a week or whatever. And we might be able to get him to perform one of his flat earth humor songs live on the show coming up. So wouldn't that be interesting?
Yes.
Am I holding a straight face, Mike? Is it working?
But Dick, what
Link
are
is in
you
the
gonna
chat.
do? What are you going to do while he's doing that? I mean,
Hold the guitar.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
drink beer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you dare tell Dick to drink beer. He despises that stuff.
Alcohol is for the weak, and
We really want to see
horribly defenseless.
We really want to see Dick interview Canadian Tom.
Oh, yeah. Not to make this,
on camera.
Yeah. Okay. I was just gonna say, Mike loves to make things interesting, but DK Europe. I could rig 2 cameras and do this. One with a green screen, and
I'm pretty sure DK can digitally make that work.
Yeah. I want to be Gollum, but with a bigger package. I want to actually look like something's there. So we're over 2 hours, but we haven't done an after show in a while. So what I was going to do is ask the panel, do you guys want to do another 20 minutes and just pretend we did an after show, or should we do wrap ups? What do you guys want to do?
Well, let's carry on. We need an after show jingle. Okay. The show's finished. So do wrap ups, and then we'll do an after show jingle, and then we'll go to the after show.
Okay. It's the whole
let's do
after
that,
show.
'cause I'm gonna hop out of here anyways after this.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. The whole after show thing is actually my fault. A bit of T and Danish and I were supposed to have talked already, and over on her channel, we're going to start doing an after show coming up. So it will be, maybe 7-ish, 14 tops days away. But if you hold me to it, I'll call you a liar. So I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Do you remember the first night you did an after show? We were talking about an after show. And I was bugging you about an after show, and you were going, okay, it's going to be an after show. It's a DKG. DKG is going to do an after show. And I was like, no, fucking not. You can't say DKG is going to do an after show. It was all over to DKG. Yeah. So I said, no, I'm not going to do a fucking after show.
but you were the one that were talking with bravado and bollocks, so I thought for sure you had it right.
I was so drunk I wouldn't be able to click go live now.
That was hilarious.
Oh God.
So Mipet, you mentioned something about keeping people in control comedically at the beginning of this stream. How is that working out for you?
I think on the whole, you've been very good.
No, gold stars all round.
Well, maybe silver ones, not quite gold standard, but silver stars for everyone.
Just take the aluminum. Take the aluminum standard. It's fine.
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll make you hats.
I'll be quite happy for Mipet just to stamp her star-shaped bumhole onto my jacket, and then there you go. There's your star.
Oh, you have to go there, didn't you? You have to. See, I was going to ask the logical question, Mipet, do we only get silver stars because we were on the hole, we weren't in it?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know what to answer to that.
You get a gold star for attendance, Barman. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Showing up.
I've just been confused by the boat pulling a boat with a boat on the top that I've just
I
put
know.
in the green room.
You did that to distract everyone, didn't you?
I did, yeah, so I could ask silly questions. I just looked like going, boat on a boat? What are you on about? Yeah, it's a boat pulling a boat with a boat on top of the boat.
Yeah, but yeah, transport barge. Those things are huge. They're impressive machines.
Yeah, it's pulling the water landing pad thingamabobby.
Yeah, I've seen one of those with like several ships on it. in open ocean too. It's like kind of amazing.
Very funky. Very funky.
I would love to see the moment diagrams for something like that. Very cool.
Okay, I'm going to find you a really big picture of one, like a transporter boat transporting smaller transporting boats that have got boats on. That would be good.
Okay.
I don't think there'd ever be one, but
Now, I wonder
So
which boat
would
is
it be
calling.
called-
Are the two boats? There's one boat going, right, pull, and the one at the back's going, right, pull. The one in the middle's going fucking nowhere.
That's right.
It's boating, boat face sort of thing.
Yeah, Bodie McBoatface, yeah. We like at where I work, we move submarines around on tracked vehicles, on wheeled vehicles. The whole thing sits on these big.
Now, if you are putting tracks on your submarines, they've gone too deep.
Well, no, their tracks aren't. The submarines are sitting on the track on wheeled vehicles. That's how we move them around.
Mike.
Yeah.
Over in Mipet, over in Gem's server, was it? There was a couple people, who's Mike B that's going at chemo? Is that it?
Yes. Yes, I was up there just...
Is this live now?
I'm not on his server. I'm not on Jem's server, so.
Oh, you should be.
I'll send you an invite afterwards then. Not a problem.
Yes.
And you can come and listen to the shit he spurts.
But
Yeah.
The reason I bring it up is, Mike, in one sentence, what would you want Mipet to type of who you are?
Oh.
Why are you debating chemo? Right?
Yeah. That's a good question.
Isn't that a good one?
Yeah,
Right?
I have to really think about that to boil it down to one sentence that would be concise and yet shock and awe.
Well, for me, it would be people that are concerned about the nuclear propulsion of American military submarines. Check with me to be sure.
Yeah.
I did just write he's a shill.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, she's been doing the whole, he's a shill, right? And, but that might make him sound a little angry. Not that I've ever set that tone, you know what I mean? But I want them, our debate show is not our goofing around shows. Like, I am a very serious moderator and I do not screw around. And we have structured our first few debates to make sure they were exactly what we wanted to put forth to the scene, the debunking scene. I will not say no, I won't. It's the scene. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Maybe you should give chemo a little a sense of overconfidence and just say Mike works at Subway. He works on subs all the time. 12-inch. You get the full Italian meat job, a meatball sandwich, and classic Italian.
Now I'm hungry.
Check this out. This came in from Ugly German Truths. Check this out. Holy shit, man.
Yeah, I've seen those. That's and that's not even one of the big ship haulers too. That's
insanity. Look at that. They're stacked, man. Holy shit.
How do you get the one off the top?
Oh, the cranes. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Big cranes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Newport News Shipbuilding down in Virginia build aircraft carriers, and they basically build these aircraft carriers in blocks of big ass blocks that weigh as much as each one of these ships. And they crane those things around. There's a big old gantry crane. It's on huge railroad tracks. It spans over the whole dry dock.
You wouldn't think they'd be structurally able to, just the stiffness the flexibility of the hull and everything. Oh, you just can imagine.
Look at this one.
A couple of lines, and it would just snap in the middle.
Yeah, you
Look at
would
this
think
one.
that.
This one's in from the Sarcastic Barman. Holy shit, man. I've never seen the like. What the hell? Humanity is like, oh, gee, how could you build the pyramids with today's tools? Dum, dum, dum.
Show that to an Egyptian.
It obviously looks like that the platform that's sitting on has like some kind of baffle system in it where it can dump out the air and take on water and go underneath of it and then pump the, kind of like a sub does. I guarantee you that's
absolutely.
how they
There's there is controlled buoyancy on that for sure. Absolutely.
Oh, plus, there's no way to get it dead even on, so you'd have to be able to have different baffles anyways, just to adjust it so it wouldn't tip over.
Yeah,
I'm guessing. Sorry, Mike.
That's all right. Most of those ships actually have computer-controlled ballasting that can change the list and trim of the barge in real time as they're placing these ships on the.
See, I didn't even know anything about that shit.
Well, look at it this way.
Yeah.
In Formula One auto racing, they have a fuel tank that can withstand adding, undue stress to the car under 5G plus loads in corners, no problem. And the fuel is not sloshing around, just throwing you off the track because you're literally on the fine knife edge of grip as you go. You know what I mean? So, of course, these guys got it. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Of course.
I would love to see it going over the horizon and slowly each boat, or coming back up over. So you've got the boat, and you've got these flat earthers going, see, you can see the whole boat, and then all of a sudden another one pops up. It's a mirage, and then another one pops up. That would be hilarious.
No, you just float it out till you can only see the one top boat, and the fluid going, look, it's 300 miles away.
Mipet, did Southern Hemisphere Globehead put you up to that one? Because it really sounded like it.
No,
that was good.
But
that's that's some. Yeah. We gotta have her back over again coming up. That was good. We're getting close to.
She's on the Uncalled For this week. She's our special guest. She's gonna stay up late for us.
Yes.
You see how out of touch with reality I am? I say it and I don't even know it's reality. Holy fuck, that's really bad. Okay,
that's
so
why I write these down for you, Dick. Don't panic.
Oh yeah. That's why Mipet and Aimee both will have these drunken after show chats, and everybody's like, "Oh, I got a great idea," and they write them down. Just so like Dick won't fucking remember any of this in the morning, But I don't. But they're still good ideas, so it worked out. Like I know who to hang out with, man. I get this, right?
We do try to keep you focused.
Well, that's a hard job. Oh my God, squirrel! So it's 6:20 my time. It's 20 after the hour, as they say in Canadian morning news, because they don't know where you are. You know what I mean? And we should do roundtable wrap-ups. And, we lost the barman. So the barman would like to say to everybody, hello, I was really drunk and I had to bail out. And, I would have said goodbye, but I don't give a rat's ass because I'm hammered and I'm just going to stagger upstairs and try not to break my nose on the middle platform, the landing. So, good night, barman.
What happens when you just leave? You get a whole story.
Yeah, exactly. It's not my fault, but you knew it was coming. So, Let's turn to DKG thoughts and wrap ups. The floor is yours, buddy.
Oh, so is this wrap ups and then it's the after show? Here's the after show time. The after show's coming up next.
We can do a quick event after if we want to do an after show. I have plenty of alcohol in the fridge and I'm ready to go. I will do my best to not get controversial. I think I've done pretty good today so far. But anyway, DK, it's yours. Fucking, I'll shut up. Come on, go.
What? I got not much to say, really. I mean, like I say, I blew my load at the beginning of the intro, talking about my dealings with the UFO community. And I just sit by and watch you guys yak about wizards and big books and trees and. So there you go. Cheers, everybody.
Hey, Mike, what do you think, man? Well, let's turn to Mike. Upcoming debate. You know, it's going to be your first proper debate, but let's face it, you've got untold experience in the background. You can't possibly be nervous, can you?
No, not really. And I think, seeing as how he doesn't know much about me, this ought to be interesting. You know, he thinks
I can't wait.
Just a new guy coming out to do my first debate. Yeah, that's going to go well for you. I can't wait.
Oh my goodness!
I can't wait for it. It's going to be brilliant.
If I had to choose anybody, I'd choose you, Mike. You're our gladiator.
Oh my God. I mean, I can't wait because the way Mike will analyze what he talks about and then take it back to him will be shocking because nobody will go to the extremes that Mike Bertelson's about to do. This is going to be epic. I swear to God, fellow babies, don't miss this. Oh, fuck.
But no pressure, Mike. No pressure.
Oh, but there's no pressure because I mean,
there really isn't actually. So
no, there isn't.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, you know.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Let's just say, just you reading his name will be more preparation than what he's going to do.
Oh God, I can't wait.
Mike, all you got to do is say no pressure, and he'll be going, yes, no pressure next to the vacuum. Is there? No, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, he's got some arguments about pressure and how do you know what pressure is. I'm all set for that one. I'm hoping it comes up. Oh, I'm hoping it comes up.
Put him in a submarine. He'll know pressure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, his channel is called Under Pressure.
Oh my God!
or under no pressure. One of the two.
What? He's a lump of coal.
Anyway, yeah.
Certainly not a diamond.
No.
Oh God! I can't wait.
It's
let's check in with B. B, NoJustBe. Floor is yours. Thoughts and wrap ups on the evening. Again, welcome to the team, but it's all yours.
Thoughts and wrap ups. Well, you know, I'm really glad Mike's here since he carried us along throughout all this and had some awesome topics.
He's amazing.
And I'm glad Mipet's here because without Aimee, none of us would pay attention to the damn super chats because we're all so busy running our mouths and bullshitting. So that's amazing. And where would we be without DKG's freaking smart ass shit? That's hilarious. So I think
wow.
I think that and Dick's beer, we're pretty much good, man. We had a good night, and I enjoyed the talk.
Solid crew.
Awesome. Yeah. So everybody can tell now B is paying attention. That was awesome. Mipet, what do you think? I didn't know what to expect going into this evening, but wow, that was really good, wasn't it?
It was. We had a little bit of serious, but the humour always wins out, doesn't it? I mean, boat on boat on boat is great. That's going to be in my head now, and I'm going to find a flat earther and say, "Have you seen one of these?" Have
you seen this moron?
Well, you know, it's like I always say, Mipet, if you, there's things that we can't do anything about in this world, and at the end of the day, you have to laugh because crying just makes you snotty. You know,
Exactly.
Doesn't get you anywhere.
Yes, I totally agree. I get all snotty when I cry.
yeah.
Probably
the
too much
ferret's
info
fault.
there.
No, that's the ferret's fault. I'll blame it on allergies. All right. So
yeah, had a
did
great
I
night,
catch
guys.
everybody? Yeah.
I just want to say a couple of things. Tomorrow, after the Silly Shill show, we have NASA Bunker 33 doing their usual thing. Bunker bitching.
What time is that, Mipet? What time do they go?
I'm pretty sure it's about 11 o'clock.
Because you know what I did?
So
I fucked up the Streamlabs timer, and theirs got ruined, and I have to fix it because I'm an idiot. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it would be starting around now. But tomorrow.
Well, we better shut the fuck up then. Jesus.
Yes.
9:30.
No. I mean, the Shills own Vishanti is over at NASA Bunker 33, and they do a show similar to ours where, they have a bunch of cool people that really know how to chat, get around. They, put up some videos. They talk bullshit about it, but they actually explain it too, and they have a great time. So, check them out, NASA Bunker 33, and you won't be disappointed. Just do what you're told.
Yeah. This week it's past PSAs are positively perplexing. So, sound interesting?
I like it. All right.
PSAs can always be hilarious. And then, of course, we've got Uncalled For on Sunday night. And we've got the wonderful Southern Hemisphere Globehead joining us.
Awesome.
So it's going to be a really cool weekend. So
yeah,
keep watching this panel, folks.
I've seen a few of the videos for tomorrow's Silly Shill show, and let me tell you, holy shit, people, if you think 6 feet away from your shoulders is far enough from your monitor to make sure that you achieve no damage, you better push it away further than that. We're recommending oven mitts, helmets, holy shit, ice hockey helmets with the full face mask. We want to make sure that you are safe and you are secure and yet you are entertained. So we will do nothing but bring you the dumbest of the dumb, the stupidest of the stupid, and the holy fuck, how did you find yourself in the tread of my fucking shoe? On that note, fellow babies, I'm Dick Dawson. These guys are the Shills, and we're wishing you a super chill. Oh my God, James Collins got in with a super chat, and Mipet is about to read it for us.
Yes, James Collins for £2. Don't shout it out. Love you guys. Miss stream, sad face. Go back and watch it, you naughty boy.
So remember, fellow babies, there's 3 types of people in the world. There's the fuck nuggets that believe in all of the UFO conspiracies. They're not unidentified flying objects. No, they're aliens and they've got an agenda. There's conspiratards who will tell you that governments are controlled by the world, but just by a few little people and yada, yada, yada. Yeah, those motherfuckers are conspiracists. And you've got the flat earth and the crystals are going to rule my life, people. And yep, what you've got to do is wake up in the morning and think to yourself, thank fucking God I'm not an idiot. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. Let's say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Eat snack.